I didn't. My brother and I were going. And they sent us a limo. Because I told the bitch, I said, of course you
going?
Bitch.
We're live.
Oh. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I want to kid. I'm not going. What'd he say? I'm not going. She's like, yo, damn.
We're live right now, bro.
Oh my God.
Not that anybody's watching.
I'm going on the yacht.
1 second, home.
Okay. Are we really live?
We're live.
There's nobody over
Yeah, it's really say live.
Yo, yeah,
We're not.
You're gonna be
Listen, you think he would spend $5,000? You do. This is a guy that's gonna kill you over $10 on a penny.
I got a Daniel deal though on the freaking founder thing because they called me. You want the founder thing? I said, yeah, million. So before
I don't drink alcohol.
Happened, they gave me water, but I don't have any cups.
Water works.
Waterfall
Waterfall.
on the basement.
I snagged some
But
of
I heard
Yeah, water's fine. Believe it or not, I've never drank alcohol.
I'm the guy.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing I learned, man.
You let motherfucker have $2.
No.
The kid.
I've been clean, y'all. I've been clean.
No,
I'm not telling you I'm not.
Round up. What's good? Come on in. We're here at the Penthouse up in Hollywood, Florida. I got Smitty in the building. For y'all who've never seen his face, here he is. 1, 2, 3. Say what up, Smitty.
What up?
Yo, can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I got this new mic trying to make sure it's working. So today, what I wanted to do, I am Chris Haskins, and I'm going to be your pilot as we finish this first day down here at the Valuetainment Vault conference. We're just finishing up. I'm going to go over a little bit of what the manual is and talk to you about a few of the homies. Somebody said, "What up, Smitty?"
You settled it in your mind.
Y'all never get to see Smitty. There he is. He's real.
I'm a shoot. I can't get people to court to
I just wanted to share with y'all what we learned today at the summit, the first day, and introduce you to some other real estate guys, and just to give you what we're doing now to possibly help you with your business. And I decided today I got 2 of these. I'm going to auction off one, and I'm going to give all the money to charity. We're going to work all that out over the next few days. I need y'all to get this manual because there's some good stuff in here. So first guest I want to bring up is DeAndre. What up, homie?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
DeAndre is a new. How long you been in the game?
I've been in the game for 3 years.
So he's new because us old geezers been doing this since 2004. I want to share with y'all what he learned today at the summit. Then we're gonna get to Danny back there and Dave and Smitty and to talk to you about what we're learning today down here, hanging out with the man Patrick and David. If you don't know who he is, his net worth is in the hundreds of millions. He owns Valuetainment, the channel, and that's him right there at the top. Unbelievable human being, and we're all here studying under him. Dre, what's the first thing you learned today, my friend? What has been an impact on you, the takeaway from being here at the vault?
Well, I definitely say the first thing was from Dustin Pryor. We basically said that you want to only be in control what you can't control, and whatever you can't control, you can't control it. So, and especially what he did before his fights, how he basically put what was in his control, and everything that was outside of his control, such as the media, critics, opinions, things of that nature, he wasn't worried about. He was worried about his discipline, his fighting, his training, and the things that he was able to control. So that was like one of the biggest takeaways, because sometimes we let what outside of our control really affect us.
Dictate it, right?
So we just gotta deal with it and just stick to what's in our control.
What's in your control?
Big takeaway.
Let me show you what he. Just to give you a little.
That was you.
He was one of the best speakers.
Yeah. Oh, that's my guy.
He has,
Come on up.
His humility. He's just.
We're gonna get to you,
Most humble.
Dave. I don't know if we can hear you back there. You might be able to spit right here. Sit right there. There you go. Yeah, we're maintaining social distancing as we. They're not doing it in the vault though. I mean, people are packed on top of each other.
It's
So
almost like an airport.
tell us a little bit about your business, Dre. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, so currently right now I'm wholesaling vacant infill lots to builders and developers throughout the entire state of Florida. We're targeting areas where there's a lot of new construction. And then we're basically just getting in contact with the sellers and flipping them to the builders. Basically just doing reverse wholesaling.
Reverse wholesaling. You don't understand what that concept is for some people that don't understand.
So reverse wholesaling, because most wholesalers, when they get into the game, they start looking for deals first, and then they look for the buyers last, right? We don't do that. We look for all of our buyers first, so we build up our buyers list, and we get a solid criteria. And then once we get that buyers criteria, we go out, then we start reaching for the sellers. So that when we get deals on the contract, we could just sell them the same day, same hour, or the next day. We don't like to sit on inventory. So that's the best definition of reverse wholesaling.
So regarding the conference today, Dre, did you take what one thing do you think you might be implementing based on today's class in your business?
Well, I'm gonna say playing the blame game, right? Because we're business owners, right? And then our employee does something and screws up, or we have a business partner that screws us over. In reality, we screwed ourselves over because we opened it up for them to do that. So it's no more blaming my employees for anything. I'm going to be taking responsibility for my entire business. I'm the one that hired you, right? I'm the one that set the rules and procedures in place. So if you're doing something wrong or not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then it's on me, not you. So I got to hold myself more accountable as an entrepreneur. So that's the number one takeaway as far as applying it to my own business.
The blame game.
Yeah.
We all do that, don't we? It feels good too.
It's your fault, right?
It feels good to say, shit, ain't my fault. You did. But being an entrepreneur, and you're a new entrepreneur. Well, what did you do before you got into the real estate, right?
Before I got into real estate, I was actually I was in college trying to become a police officer. I got a degree in criminal justice.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Anything else you want to recommend for other people that are interested in getting into real estate business? You're going to see a lot from this guy in the future.
Yeah, I definitely say make sure you follow Chris Haskins, Dan Barrero, David Barrero, basically everybody in this room. And definitely come to the Valuetainment event, the Vault, next year when it comes up. You're going to get a lot of value. You're going to make a lot of connections. So if I was you, I'll be here every year from here on out because it's going to be amazing the people you meet and the things that you learn. And you're going to realize like, hey, I'm not as big as I thought. Like,
let's stay there for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's stay there for a minute. We are all in our little circles where we live. And we possibly have a different perspective on the way people view us in our circles. Tell us about the perspective of the way people view you in your circle and how you are being viewed in this circle here.
Well, in my circle right now, I'm considered the money man, right? I'm Mr. 6-figure month. I'm Mr. This guy's doing a bunch of real estate deals. He has all the money, right? And everyone's pouring to me. They want to do deals with me. They want to be a part of what I'm doing. But then at this event, I'm like a small fish in a big pond. I'm really small compared to the guys who are doing 10, 20 $1 million a year. So I'm a small fish in a big pond at an event like this. But in my neighborhood, I'm the neighborhood hero.
Around the hood, I'm the man.
Yeah, I'm the man
in the hood.
You
know, man. It's funny. I guess I'm asking you to say, I don't roll in these circles every day.
Right.
And I'm presuming for you, you don't roll in these type of circles every day either. So
right.
Is it good for you to see a different perspective on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Way better perspective. Because, where I grew up, as far as like no one had any money, no one had any goals, ambitions, and things of that nature. So, and then coming from that to just being around these people, it's like normal, so it's a shocker to me. And I need to hang around a lot more people where this is more normal. Success, dreams, financial literacy, aspirations, purpose, right? Who talks about purpose in the neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to go do dumb stuff.
Trying to get paid and make it to the weekend.
Exactly. Just to wake up on Monday and hate Monday, right? So it's a different lifestyle. It's a totally different lifestyle.
Well, Dre, good seeing you, man. Thank you so much, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Who next in the building, y'all? Who we got next? Who want to step up to the mic?
We got Mustafa. Let's get Mustafa in there.
Moo, you coming in? Come on in.
What are we doing?
We just live right now. We're just talking about a few things. This is Mustafa.
We got 23 people. 21. Let's go.
Yeah, who is that? What up, sir? What y'all doing? How you doing? Mia, please send me, if you're looking for coaching, send us an email. This will be saved. Do investors, you can see this later. Yeah, it will be saved on the internet. So round up, if you're just joining us, we're here at the Valuetainment Vault.
The Roundup family.
Let me see this. Hold on, I forgot to put this. We're here at the Valuetainment Vault. Where are we at? What city is this?
Huh?
What city? Yeah, about.
Is it Hollywood or is it
Hollywood.
Fort Lauderdale?
Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was Fort Lauderdale.
That's
Flew
just
into
north
Fort
of
Lauderdale.
Huh? Oh, that's a
just
different
north of
city.
us. Yeah, they flow right from the.
Yeah, literally is. What separates them is a street, one street. It
Really?
separates all the cities, yeah.
Wow.
You're getting ready to meet another entrepreneur. 1 second. Valuetainment Vault conference. So roundup, I wanted to bring to you some of the entrepreneurs that we're hanging out with here at the Valuetainment Vault conference down in Hollywood, Florida. So this thick book we got, and I want to see what Mustafa. What's your biggest takeaway for today, Mo?
Man, the notes. I even told it on the floor. The notes, just the way he takes notes and seeing how like some ideas can click into your mind and you know right away how to implement them and what kind of like change they would have on you. Like the $10,000 idea, the $100,000.
All right, that's right. So Pat will give you an idea and he'll give you a column. Is that a $10,000 idea? So give us one of your ideas that you took away with Mo to implement in your business.
One of them for sure. And here's the funny part: it wasn't even from from Patrick. It was actually from Mr. Burr over there. He said, focus on one zip code, not a zip code, but city, one area.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I'm going back, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on that one area as a real estate agent and become the expert in that area. Become the person that if anybody who lives in that area, they should see me like once a month at least, minimum.
Gotcha.
Whether it's flyers, postcards, whatever it is. It's just like sharpening the skills, the marketing skills.
Now, what business are you into, Mo?
Real estate for sure.
And what aspect? Well, people don't know. They don't know
My
what you're
bad.
doing.
I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing real estate for 2 years now. I got inspired by these three fellas 2 years ago, and I implemented them into my life. I figured out the best way to learn real estate by becoming an agent.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of different ways you can do it and learn.
It is.
But that was my way.
So tell me about your agent side. Are you doing sales, representing buyers, sellers?
Yeah, so we're representing both right now. We have represented 45 sites, 45 houses we have sold or helped sell or helped buy. It's a big number for a lot of people, but maybe because I have a different business, it's like I should be doing more. You know,
Well, we
what I mean?
can all do more, but still, 45 houses. Some people don't even do that in 10 years. I mean, you're blessed to do that. You know?
I heard. So, as good as it is, you always want to improve, especially
That's right.
seeing like people like you guys and being around people like you guys having such a high standard for yourself, and you're just playing on a different feel like a different level, and you want to be in that level as soon as you can. So just run up the stairs.
Well, it takes time, man.
It does.
It takes time.
I'm not
It takes
patient
time.
at all. So
Everybody starts somewhere. It's
It takes time.
Yeah.
Right? This stuff
nothing
does take
happens
time.
overnight.
15 years for overnight success, right?
What's your big takeaway?
My big takeaway for today, I wrote it down.
Do it
I
now.
didn't know y'all were going to ask me. We'll get to me at the end. How about that? I wrote down so much stuff. Oh, systems. I know what it was. I have a big problem with doing automatic webinars.
Automatic webinar.
I hate the fact that a lot of internet guys, only way you can touch them is through a webinar.
You hate?
I don't like it. Like
don't
you have
like
to go to a webinar, it's pre-recorded.
Okay.
I don't like it. So I was always trying to say, look, I'm going to do mine where
Live.
people can touch me. But I think it's draining me to death.
Because it's consuming a lot of time. Because by the time they're watching and they're in there, you already spent like 15 minutes.
Well, an hour.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hour, man. I know that one.
It's giving them value, but
What?
I'm like, I need
Because
to
you want them to be there so they can ask you the questions.
Yeah.
Like I did last time. You were on live and I joined you.
I enjoyed that.
And I actually got their answer I was looking for.
Yeah, man. So I like that. So I have to
How-
figure out.
How do you think? You can-
I don't know, man. I struggle with showing up for my people. I got to show up.
How many lives do you do right now?
I'll probably do 2 a week. Well, it's been less because of the baby, but I'd probably do 2 a week.
2 a week. Do you think you would, if you were to like announce it early on? How early on do you announce it right now?
Just in the same day. I still got to show up though. Like real estate, I don't show up. If they send in rent, I'm done with it.
Just some paperwork.
They
So
send
you're
them.
looking for something more automated.
Yeah.
He's looking for it, but he hates it at the same time.
I don't
He
like.
loves
He doesn't like
No, I don't
experience
like
it
the
as
guys.
a client.
Yeah, I don't like the webinars, but I still have to figure out how to automate. You know, so that's where I'm stuck. So I have to
You
automate.
need to like set a schedule, like a weekly time for the webinar.
Yeah, but
We're
that's
still
also
gotta
tough
be
as
there.
well. You still gotta be there. You
I don't wanna
show
be
up.
there.
I know. Oh,
I
you
don't wanna
don't
be
want to
there.
be there.
No,
But you just said you hate it when they're not there.
That's why I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure
So you're
out.
trying
how
to be live and not live at the same time.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to serve at the same time and not be there as much. Like with my tenants, I get to serve. I'm never there, ever there.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to.
Well,
That's why.
have you started like online courses?
Yeah, I got all that stuff, but still, it doesn't serve like. Go ahead.
Visual courses. Like there's, I'm in the Meet Kevin courses, and in there it's like the Valuetainment courses. I don't know if you have them.
Yeah, the videos.
Yeah, so they're in there. They're pre-recorded. They got
Same
most
thing.
of the answers.
I got the same.
You got the same thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's still that doesn't serve. You can't answer questions.
Yeah, what he's trying to do is kind of say, on the spot, as he's speaking, someone can say, "Hey, I have a question," and therefore he can initiate that answer immediately.
That means he has to be there live.
We don't know yet.
There is no other one.
I don't want to agree to. I don't want to say there's no way. We gotta get Daniel. Say the nervous energy.
I'm gonna do it quick. Then I'm gonna go down. I gotta.
We know you're a celebrity, man.
Nah, who said
Yeah, you can tell by this move.
We got the celebrity.
Why
we
you
let
say
him
I
come
got? You
on
always
here.
say that I got nervous energy, brother.
Come
because
on,
I'm moving.
Damn, Dave. I want to give him a hard time. Get Dave first.
You
Oh,
do
you
that.
did.
No, you can. No. Get Dave first.
No, because
Yeah.
then it's gonna be more tough for you.
We'll come back to move.
I'm here all the time.
You-
I'm just
Mustafa
talking
was
about
there,
YouTube channel,
Tom.
actually.
So
It's in Arabic.
Mustafa actually, we
Come
met
around,
Mustafa last year. No, 2 years ago, 2019, at the same conference.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
since then, we've been following each other. And yeah,
It's
actually,
been life changing.
not for nothing, man, but I got to tell you, I really felt good yesterday when you were telling me about that deal you made.
Oh,
So
man.
tell the
What
audience
deal did you
about
make?
this
Got a deal?
I
I
want
want
to
to hear about it.
Yeah,
We love to hear
So-
deals.
Tell them about
You guys
that
ask
deal.
me
Now, come in
questions,
over
that
here
way
so they could actually see you. There you
They
go.
can see you.
Ask me questions if you guys have any. That way they can like.
Tell us about the deal.
All right.
Tell us about the
Here's
deal.
the deal. I was looking for an investment property, and one of the first like must be's or must haves were it's a 4 unit or 3,
Yeah.
4 or 3 units. I didn't want 2 units because I know if somebody
Talk
leaves,
to them.
somebody leaves I'm gonna be cut in half, and probably I would have to pay extra money to fill up the mortgage.
That's
To
right.
pay the mortgage, the monthly mortgage. So with 4 units, you can have 2 people out, and you would still be paying the mortgage half or whatever
with existing rent.
with existing rent. So you're not going to the negative at all.
Right.
You're just not as much. You're not making out of it,
Correct.
but they're still paying your
Right.
principal down. Either way. So that was the idea behind the 4 unit. So found one for 100. It was a steal. I'm still looking for another one. I can't find it. So
You'll find it.
it set a high standard for my deals going
Patience
forward.
gets rewarded.
I can't wait. So found one for 160. It was fully rented, and the renters or the lessees weren't being served well, to say the least. The four units, two bottom, 2 top. They weren't getting good service. They had leaks. They had old paint peeling. Obviously, it doesn't have AC, but the heat wasn't working. The hot water heater wasn't performing good to say I had to change it right away. So I found an opportunity, and I made sure the current seller takes care of 2 tenants, takes them out so I can renovate these units. So that's exactly what happened. I got in there. I renovated the 2 upper units. It was about 10 G's. And then I, renewed that's with the water heater. It was painting, flooring, caulking here and there. We reglazed the bathtubs. We didn't get new ones. We reglazed them. That we don't have to worry about what's behind
So
them.
that's really important, guys. What he's saying is, So if you had put in new bathtubs, it wouldn't have increased your rent roll, right? But
No,
what you did was
same thing.
reglaze them.
It looks new.
So it looks new. It's giving them a fresh, clean look, and you're creating a lot of you're removing the animosity that they had with the previous landlord.
That was
You're
yellow.
coming in, providing a clean, safe environment, simultaneously increasing your rents.
Absolutely.
Where'd that money come from to do that work?
Oh, real estate.
I'm talking
So,
about
as an
it's
agent.
your money. That's cash.
Yeah. That's my money.
You're all right.
But I'm learning now you can do it in a better, faster way.
It's just different, man.
Yeah.
It's different, bro. Okay, go ahead.
So for me, from here until the next one,
Well, let's get
renovated
to the bottom. So
the
you're
2
making,
units,
but you're making how much per month profit after all of your expenses?
$1,650.
Wow.
Pretty damn good.
That's some good cash. flow.
Somebody and I made the extra $50. It was $45 extra. The reason I made that is because they had a cat, and she was like, "Can I have a pet?"
That's
I'm
right.
like, yeah, let's just pay for it monthly.
That's right. Pet fee.
Pet fee, $50.
Pet fee.
It was a cat. I mean, cat
$50 per month or just one time?
per month.
Yeah, mom, they gotta pay for that.
It's alive in there per month.
And
monthly.
it's a liability.
Smitty, you glaze the tubs or you
Liability.
replace them? You glaze them?
Usually glaze them.
Yeah. What do they charge for you when you work?
I don't even know. I don't pay the bill.
50 or 4.
Yeah,
Between
that's
250
about,
and
yeah, it's
4.
about,
We'll pay about $250.
depending on
$255.
the condition of the existing tub,
Yeah.
it's $250 to $400, so it's the same price.
And it's the same return as a new tub.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
the
no,
tub
it's
itself,
long, but-
the tub itself could cost you $300.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying the
it's-
same return.
Yeah, I
Like
understand
on
that,
investment.
but it's the cost factor of the labor to rip it out, to
Mhm.
put
Yeah,
it
so if
back,
there's
to
a
to
tenant,
redo the
yeah.
tile work. Now
And
you're
if there's
talking,
something messed
as
up.
opposed to $400, the cost of the tub is the same.
Yeah.
However, when you add everything else in, you might be in for $1,500
Mhm.
Or
by the
more.
time, 2,000.
More, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it relative to where everyone is
Yeah.
on the live.
That's tough. All right.
Yeah.
How many people we got out
So-
here?
This is
right now?
30 or 25. Now it goes up and down.
Hello, everyone.
So yeah, I mean, and now I'm saving for the next property, and now I'm finding out different ways to get financing where my $50,000 that I have saved right now can get me more than a $200,000 unit.
Gotcha.
Maybe I can use the 50 to get 100,000, and that 100,000 doubles my unit or my next building.
Right.
Like it would be. So I would, let's say, borrow 100 against my 50 minimum numbers, and then that 100 I borrowed, I can go outside with it and buy 2 units, renovate them, and then
And
refinance
you're
them.
talking about leveraging the property. you currently
Leveraging.
own.
Leverage the property and the cash that I have, because if I just spend the cash I have on the down payment and the renovation, then it's going to be gone in one
Just have to
building.
be careful though, when you start leveraging this soon into your career of owning property,
Mhm.
when you start leveraging, if any type of downturn or wiggle in the market, instead of losing one, you lose them all.
I know I lost 3.
Wow.
Exactly.
So
So
anyway,
that's,
we
and that
won't do that.
there, that happened to a lot of people because they thought the good market lasts forever.
Okay.
So I get what my brother's saying, if you leverage, is fine.
Because
But you got to leverage to the point where even if your rents drop 20%, your rent roll,
Mhm.
including, when I say your rent roll, you got to figure into your expenses, vacancy rates of a minimal. So if you have a 4-unit, I would figure in about 8% vacancy. That's probably not going to happen, but figure it out anyway, just to be on your safe side into your expenses. And if those units could still pay that mortgage with all the expenses, with a 20% less rent roll, then that's what you finance up to. So if the market
Oh.
drops, you're still safe.
Yeah.
You're not losing that property.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find yourself taking money out of your personal pocket to put into that pocket.
So
to pay your
basically,
bills.
you always want to do your numbers on a worst case scenario as opposed to the best case scenario.
Right.
Worth.
So your real estate agents and some of the people around you might want you to do your numbers on a best case scenario.
Might.
Always.
Oh,
It is.
well,
They're
I'm
always-
trying to.
They're
listen,
always
I'm
gonna
trying-
push that.
I'm trying to be as kind as
Be
possible.
real though. That's why people come here.
Okay,
Like these people always say,
so
"Give me
your
the
real
best."
estate agent, most of the time, a lot of times, they might be telling you things that prospectively they really believe, but they don't do what you do.
Right.
Right? What they do is sell property.
Right.
Yeah.
And typically they're selling property to primary homeowners, right?
Mhm.
So when you sell property to primary homeowners, whether they bought it a little high or not, it really doesn't affect them because they're typically going to own that property for say 10 to 15 years, right?
So either
So
way,
10
it's
to
gonna be
15 years, it
appreciated.
kind of works itself out.
Yeah.
But as an investor, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to always do your numbers on worst case scenario. If those numbers work, you do the deal.
Okay.
If they don't work,
Yeah.
don't try to push them to work.
Uh-huh.
Because that's when that deal starts to fall apart on you in the future.
So
Alright.
never ever compromise your numbers.
What is there calculators that you guys
What-
use? Or
Yeah,
is it all
if you
your-
want, just give me a call. I'll send it to you. I'll give you all the
I
numbers.
had a buddy like that who tried to make the numbers work on cash flow and this a month. But when he asked for my perspective, I put in the vacancy rate, that the invisible, right? The vacancy, capex, maintenance, right?
Yeah.
And then he actually figured out negative cash flow.
Vacancy
You know,
is a
when
couple
you
months.
count that in, it's negative. I'm like, you got to account for you got to have reserves, or you're gonna be coming out of pocket.
Yeah.
So don't try to make it work. It's like, hey, if it don't work with all these invisible numbers, I can't make it work.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So after people start paying, save some of that money before I use the
absolutely.
rest.
Yeah, but not.
First and foremost, remove all of your emotions from the deal. Especially since it's your first deal.
You mean they
Like,
can't get
you-
emotional about these houses?
Well, I'm talking about. I'm putting myself back in the perspective of Mustafa's mindset, right? Believe it or not, maybe you can't remember that far back, but I'm sure you were emotional on your first deal or two, right? And you're emotional about you actually purchasing an investment property, but you're also emotional about possibly losing that potential investment property. I'd rather lose 10 before I buy the right one.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't marry the first woman you met, right?
Why not?
Try 'em out.
There you go. Right? Same thing.
Let's keep going. Smitty, what's your biggest takeaway, Smitty, from today's events with Bet David? You want to drop something?
Well, yeah, we had Billy Bean was one of our guest speakers.
Did you know him before today?
I did not. I had no idea who he was.
Okay.
He is the general manager and actually a part owner of the Oakland A's Major League Baseball team.
That's crazy.
And what really resonated with me was how he pointed out that data is important to all businesses. And I know, in some of our conversations during dinner last night, people mentioned that they didn't know their numbers, which is data. And both he and Patrick pointed out was that data is actually the great equalizer, and it's more important for small businesses because you're growing and you're trying to compete against Goliath, the big guy, and the data is that equalizer. So don't scrimp on paying for data or getting analysts to do it, or or the time if you need to put it in the time yourself. You either got to pay for it with dollars or some currency or time. But
the numbers never lie. I think all of us starting out, I don't know about everybody, but I was just I wanted to buck the system. I want to just do the deal based on, even remember we said eyes and gut. Everybody does stuff based on what they see and what they feel.
Yeah.
And Daniel said, you still do that, Dan?
I do, but you got to remember, I would never tell that to a new person,
I got you.
somebody coming into the business new. So my brother and I, we could go a lot of times the numbers are like right on the borderline. But if the gut tells us to do it, we're gonna probably follow our gut because we've had a lot of success with that, right?
Yeah.
And we
On
could,
what aspect though? Just to do the deal or not do the deal, or because you already looked at the numbers? The numbers already work.
so the thing is, when we look at a deal, we look at every reason why we shouldn't do the deal.
You shouldn't.
Right.
Stay there for a minute, Daniel, so people understand what that means.
That is big.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
So
Stay there for a minute.
Go ahead, I'm listening. What's the
Stay there.
question?
Stay there. Why?
So
I'm the same way when I go in the house. Go ahead.
listen, the reality is that we don't want to get hurt, right? Neither do we want to buy a job. So a lot of times, if you're not doing your numbers right and you're not following your gut simultaneously, You may make money, but if that, you got to then calculate the hours that it took you and the risk factor and the cost of the money that it took to purchase that property, right?
Life energy.
Right. So if the numbers don't make sense, then you don't do it.
So you're talking about after you've already looked at the numbers, then you look at your gut.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's
but
a whole different thing,
but
man.
the
That
other thing
whole
is,
different.
Sometimes, like, again, any deal that comes to us, we look at every reason why not to buy it. If it still makes sense, then we go a little further into the numbers.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Go ahead, go ahead.
What's like the first indication? What's the first, other than the price? Obviously, you have a price, income ratio type of thing
Time consumption
of that
We call it
project.
life-
Would you
we call
not
it
say?
life energy.
time
Of that
consumption.
project,
Yeah.
like what it would take from you guys to make it.
Driving,
Right.
moving
It's
around.
gotta justify the time that we're gonna spend.
I'm just, so when you're looking at a property, right, and you're looking at the perspectives of the property.
Yeah.
95% of the time, or maybe even more, you're not gonna get all the numbers up front. The only way you're gonna get the numbers is by knowing what to ask for,
Okay.
right?
What do you mean by
So,
what?
well,
time?
knowing what to ask for, a lot of times they'll leave out the taxes, or maybe they'll leave out the common area electric, if there's water involved,
HOA.
HOAs. So those numbers
or
they're-
just they dumb them down a lot of times
yeah,
too,
but
right?
basically it's a fluff, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna fluff the numbers. It's up to you to, if you don't know it, to find the person that does know it, like Chris or us, right? Lean on the people that you know, your relationships,
No.
right? Lean on those people and say, hey, look, give me 5 minutes of your time if you can just run these numbers for me. What's your first idea, or what's your first, looking at them? What they look good, they don't, because I can tell you within 10 minutes we look at numbers.
Like that. No
Yeah.
sense at all.
It's like
Yeah,
this.
so like a 6-family deal came to us, to my brother and I, looked pretty decent at first glance, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I look at the water and sewer charges, and it was like $2,800
A month?
for the year.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, all right, that's a problem, because I pay $2,600 in a 4-family,
Wow.
right? And there are no kids in the building, and all 4 couples are working literally 10 hours a day. They're out of the house 10 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
So-
low.
That's actually,
Oh, that's low.
but yeah. So now they're coming in at only $200 more for a 6-family, where the moms are home all day, right? In addition to, they got a washing machine and dryer in the basement, plus for all 6 families, plus there's kids that are living in the house. So how is
those numbers aren't real?
no, they're not real. So that immediately, you know what I tell the realtor? I says, you know what? I'm not even gonna look at it, because you're lying to me.
That means that
If you're lying
So
now-
what else? If I gotta play private eye to figure out what else you're lying with, I
But
don't
Danny, a
wanna
lot
do
of
it.
times, with all due respect, you have to understand that a lot of times it's not the realtor is
Right.
portraying
What the numbers
what the
are.
numbers that
What
were
the
given
numbers
to
given
that
to
per
them.
se realtor, right?
Yeah.
And
No.
maybe that realtor doesn't list 6-family houses or even multiple family homes, right? They're into the single family homes. Going back to what I said before, a lot of these realtors don't do what we do as far as investors are
They put
concerned.
the money in.
Right. So that realtor, really all they care about is either getting the listing or selling the property, or possibly doubling up and doing both. So it's not every realtor is that person. However, they are that person because they should also do their own due diligence to make sure the information they're given
Yeah.
is correct.
All right, we gotta get back on our task here, y'all. We
But
only
the-
have
the
30
point
minutes.
was, and which is-
Get back on
important,
task.
Chris,
Go ahead.
is that if you find yourself finding lies in the numbers,
Mhm.
you really need to justify now the time that it's going to take you to justify to figure out the real numbers, and then understand that you're taking a risk with everything else, because they lied about something so stupid like that.
Yeah.
What else are they lying about?
He could verify the water and sewer with the bill though, if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can just
As far as
call
that
him up.
too, yeah, you can. So Dan, what are you thinking about? What's your biggest takeaway for the day being at the vault, my friend?
You know what?
We're here at the vault. y'all.
Primarily the networking, and reaffirming what my brother and I have been practicing. The numbers have always got to make sense.
Anything you're gonna implement so far from being down here at the vault?
Actually, yeah, today's lesson, finding a resolution for problem X,
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was
so
good.
yeah, it was like it's everything we've always done. We just never it was never put out in that type of a format, which
Yeah.
we're gonna. I was
That's
Yeah,
like a
that
system.
was
I'm definitely
that was
gonna
powerful.
implement that in the
Definitely.
office. Yeah,
Even in the house.
yeah. You it's right there. Right there.
What's the
There's a
problem? We're
matrix,
not
y'all.
spending enough time together. Okay.
There's a matrix that I should want to show y'all that we got today, and I'll put it back up here later. So this is how you solve for any. It's amazing how we don't have
Literally anything.
any problem. Like I have a therapist, and the therapist always asks me, Chris, what is your conflict resolution? What is your system for conflict resolution? I don't have one. I'm just being transparent with with my wife and family and stuff. So this will be implemented for me for personal stuff as well as business stuff. What's your conflict resolution? How do you solve the X? So this is a
Well,
matrix that we got.
It makes a lot of sense what he
It
was
makes
saying.
total
is,
sense.
if you have whether you have two people that work for you or one person that works for you, to create a culture, they have to know how your mindset works, and that right there is all on paper, right?
Yeah,
For you, it's there. So when you're not there and a problem arises, you have the confidence in knowing that they're going to do their best to resolve that problem the same way you would, because you've now given them the equation to do it.
Yeah.
That they have access to at any given time.
So you got the equation. You just gotta plug in the numbers.
Plug it in.
All right, whatever it is.
Or plug in the resolution.
That to me,
That's gold.
And you know what? We literally do that every day. It was just never put. I mean,
that's what I was
it
going to
just
say was
like-
my biggest takeaway. is
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So you're thinking now of doing like now that let's say you do it every day already.
We
Now
do
we
it.
have
We
it
do
on
it every
paper.
day, but we just never had it in paper that we could actually make it a culture within our own company.
Do you see other things that you do every day that you could
Yeah, without a
implement
doubt.
in a similar way?
Yeah. Listen, last time we were here, we took home a ton of stuff that
Yeah.
we implemented.
I grew up so fast after that one.
So this
And-
it's like a matrix.
Yeah. And I thought I knew like enough of what the
We'll go over it
the
like
vault
that.
will teaches you. But every time, the second time is like you hear things that you didn't hear the first time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like hearing a book again or reading a book again.
Again, mine is a different place.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to leave anything? Dave, did you do what you want to say? Something else you was talking earlier, man. No, we're doing the negotiating video on another video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we'll do that.
negotiating on another video.
Anything else anybody want to leave?
We're good.
Be blessed.
Good.
Round up, we're here at the vault on the first day, and just bringing you a little bit of data that we are learning here down in Hollywood, Florida. Since you couldn't be able to be here with us, we're meeting just hundreds of new people. Raleigh, you want that worksheet? Yeah. So this is the matrix. I will give it to y'all once we get it. He's going to give it to us in the digital format. So it's really cool. It goes down like this. First, well, we'll look at it. The first one is how urgent is it? What impact, what gain, what loss will it give you? What type of solutions do you have? What are the potential consequences? Who's needed for this situation here? So good stuff here. Round up, I just want to share with you, man. All I do is want to give. I'm like, the more I give, the more I give. Purpose. So I will come back tomorrow after day 2, and I'm going to do a video with Dan and Dave come out this Saturday on their, I got the negotiating video and the negotiating book and all that stuff, and the training, all that. I want to implement Dave. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute.
They'll see you downstairs.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it up. I want to
You
implement
want me to leave this?
Dave's 2.
You want me to leave this here for you?
No, you can take it, man. You can do it. I want to implement negotiating for these guys. They've been doing it since 1989, so they can help me to help you be better negotiation masters. All right, and we'll show you the penthouse. Gotta show you the penthouse tomorrow when it's daytime, so y'all can see outside. Can you see? You can't really see. They won't be able to see.
I mean, there isn't from your balcony. There's a real nice
Nighttime view.
nighttime view. Yeah.
Let me take y'all in there. This is crazy. I'll take you in the bedroom. See what we got. This thing still makes it. So, y'all know your boy not flashy. Neither is Smitty. We're not flashy dudes, but I gotta show you this. Let me unplug this thing here. So this is the room. Turn this around. This is gonna blow your mind. This is crazy. So we're on the 32nd floor, right? So here's when you walk in the doors. You got 2 doors. What hotel room got 2 doors? This is bathroom number 1. It's crazy. This is just it's a half bathroom. This is the entry door here. Till you walk in, you got this. This is the living room. And you can't see now, but it's the ocean way out there. And that's downtown. I guess we could hit the lights and show it outside, Smitty. Oh,
I opened the door.
oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
City.
How's that knee?
So
We gotta say a prayer for Smitty, y'all. We gotta get his knee good. This is bedroom number 1. Man, it's crazy out there. It is just. This is the penthouse here at. What is this? The Diplomat Hotel. When you walk up on the 30-something floor, you can't even see it. Oh, it's too dark. So this is the city here at nighttime. It is just drop dead gorgeous, y'all. This is not beautiful. This is the deck. Drop dead gorgeous view. If I can get y'all to go around here, man. And you say you used to live here, Smitty?
I lived in Orlando.
So you see the ocean. Well, you can't see the ocean, but you see the line where the buildings stop. All to the left is ocean down there. So it doesn't get any higher than this. We're at the tip top. I wonder if I can show you down. I'll show you what it looks like when you look down. No, I ain't doing that. So this is the deck here. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. So tomorrow we come back in the daytime so you can see what the actual view is for the beach, right? And then Smitty's room down here. No room. Oh, this is the. Oh, it's got a boot. What is it called? A bidet?
Bidet.
Bidet. Check this out. Did you use it, Smitty?
No.
Up on your building. That is so cool. They had them in Paris. We got 2 of that. We got marble. No, this is probably. Is this marble? It's not marble, is it? This is probably
is.
porcelain.
It's probably marble. No, yeah, that's marble.
This is the bathroom, chilling. Hot tub early today. Double sink. Let's go here. There's another bedroom here. This is Smitty's room. Oh, you got a nice view here tonight too, brother.
Yeah.
Man, that view is sick. Oh, there we go. Wow. Beautiful view out here. Round up. It's an honor. Thank y'all for hanging out with us on this crazy night. Showed up for me. I didn't know y'all would even showed up tonight. Doo-doo-doo. So if anybody's in Florida, you want to stop by the Diplomat Hotel, come on hang out with me, Smitty, and a couple other the homies. We will be here until Sunday. If anybody's close to, I think we're close to, what's the city? What's the big city we're close to, Smitty? What's the city? Miami?
Yeah, we're right between Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Miami and Fort Lauderdale. So if you're in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, you want to come hang out with the homies, let me know. We'll be here. If you're in Miami, let us know. How many minutes are we from Miami? Is it an hour?
No, it's only 20 to 30 minutes from Miami.
So if you're here in
Probably
Miami,
about 30.
30 minutes. We're 30 minutes from Miami. Come hang out with us. We're at the Diplomat Hotel. We'll be in class most of the day, but shoot me a DM or Smitty on Todd. Are you on your Instagram?
I am, but I never use it.
Facebook. We're old geezers. Old geezers.
No, I'm the old geezer.
You can shoot me a direct message on Insta. We'd love to see you. Hang out with you for a little while. All right, round up. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Peace.